Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,
Hey, so it's been a while since I've vlogged, but here we are again. A lot has happened since the last time I did this. Let's see, I know I said that the whole me getting my own place thing probably wouldn't happen until January. Now I find myself faced with this situation where I could become ostensibly homeless in 2 weeks, at which point I wouldn't be able to afford, much less get into this place I want. So I'm probably going to end up crashing on my mom's couch for a few weeks, barring that, sleeping out of my car, showering at the YMCA, continuing to work until I've saved up enough money for this place. But, since my mom does live in town and she does have a couch, that'll work too, just for a few weeks. That might not end up happening, but just in case, I'm going to be packing up all my stuff. Most of which is books, honestly. I've spent the day kind of like bummed out about it and just like, oh, I can't believe this, because it's not the result of anything I've done or haven't done. It's not really anything that's in my control. It's also not something I'm going to go into great detail with, but them's the facts. There's where I am. But really, I'm quite fortunate, all things considered. I have no spouse, I have no children, it's just me that I need to take care of, which is much easier than the alternative. As far as the book goes, the editing, polishing process has been going insanely fast. I'll have that done and a second read-through complete by November, which would be the point I'd be moving out to sleep on the couch, which is not, I imagine, a highly conducive to creativity environment. There's a lot of people that live in that house. Lots of siblings have I, a plethora of them, and they all reside in that house at that moment, aside from the one who lives in here and has her own family, and my stepbrother and my half-sister. Wonderful people. But anyway, there's lots of us all over the place, and we'll all be, almost all of us, under one roof. So a little bit crowded, not very much quiet time, space, area to think, but it's okay, because work on the book will be finished by then. It'll be in the hands of beta readers, and by the time I'm getting any feedback from then, hopefully I'll be in my own place. Hopefully. I'm gonna go and actually fill out and hand in the application for this place that I want tomorrow, because I finally have it off of work, and hopefully be in there by December, but we'll see. So yeah, today has been sort of a because it is kind of a sucky situation, but I also realize it could be so much worse. I mean, really, the timing lines up as perfectly as it possibly could for me, and I'm very grateful for that. And I've had, I've told some of my friends this, and they've all said, well, if you need a place to crash, I have a couch, or I have a guest room, so that's makes me feel loved. I mean, if anybody that can say that, there's no room to complain when you have people that have your back like that. Even the people who, with the whole taking the sabbatical, trying to become a published author thing, told me I was a moron, still have my back when it comes to, the choice of living out of my car or not. And that's very nice. So, very grateful for that. Very grateful for a lot of things. And, que sera, sera. I've had that song stuck in my head all day today. I'll probably do that for the credit songs, which translates more or less to what will be, will be. And I really do believe that. I mean, you have to put forth your entire whole hog effort with whatever you do, and, really pour yourself into it and try as hard as you possibly can, and a little harder than that. But you also just sort of have to accept the outcome of that. I mean, there are certain things you simply cannot change, like every now and then the roof over your head being not so much over your head anymore. Just gotta roll with the punches. So that's kind of what I'm doing. It's my weekend, starting today and then going the next day. It is 3 in the morning, so technically yes, today. So I'll spend that time trying to get my living situation figured out and start packing my junk all up, which, as I said, is mostly books. I have a small library. Yeah. I think if I work really hard, including today, I can have first polish, complete finished version of the book, and then start actually, just reading it through for the first time ever as it has, as it is in its complete form. Obviously I've read the whole thing at one point or another, having written it, but I've never read it the whole way through, all arranged and prettified and belled and whistled and polished. Haven't done that yet, and I'm pretty excited. Hopefully I don't do that and then realize it's a train wreck and not ready to go into production at all. But I'm fairly confident. I've put a lot of work into it. Yeah. Was there something else I needed to say? I'm not sure. The way I've been doing the polishing, if anybody cares, and I don't know if I said this before, but because I have read it 50,000 times, I read it out loud to myself, and then, I can't skip over, the eye tends to skip over little blips and mistakes and everything, especially if it's written in your own hand, or typed in your own hand, I guess. So it's very difficult to skip over those when you are actually reading it out loud, and you can tell if something hits the ear wrong, which is fabulous. Thing is, I'm not a highly vocal creature. The people I work with may not agree with me, but other than when I'm forced to communicate with people, or when there's something I have to say that might make someone laugh, which I'm all about, I'll mostly keep myself to myself. So reading this 70,000 word novel out loud has done kind of a number on my throat, you can probably tell, which is part of the reason I haven't been doing the vlog, because that involves talking. And you can only take so many cough drops before your stomach is like, dude, no. So, yeah, I think that's all I have to say for now. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have interesting news about this apartment situation. As we go on, we'll just see where this goes. Que sera, sera. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Your attention, please. Attention, please.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.